Hey, what's up, boys and girls? It's Mr. Pacey. Welcome back to another video. I got some bad news. I had to take down the video earlier today. It kind of got reported, and then I also got, behind the scenes stuff. But I can't leave you guys without a video. So, I'm going to do tomorrow's video today. It's about this place. Some refer to as a prison, hell. Like, they rather, kill themselves than go here. St. Williamsport, a weird place in Pennsylvania. Never heard of it till I've been there. Lyco College. This place has, junior year did a lot to me. But here's the pros and cons of it, and then I'll actually give some stories. A pro, you learn a lot. Like, you learn your plays, you learn your basics, and it's helpful. And then you, team bonding, you and your teammates, you get along, you meet each other. You find out teammates you don't like, There's one story where I found out one of those teammates. And then, you have fun, and the sophomores are going up. Like, when I was a sophomore and junior year, I had a sophomore in my room, and it's just like a team, like a family experience, because this team's a family. Cons, it costs a lot of money. It's really hot, and there's a lot of punishments and all that. And, after, you get, 2 weeks off, and you kind of, forget some stuff. So I feel like that's a con. And it's, in the middle, it kind of ruins your summer. But I know you guys don't really care about that, so let's get into some stories. We'll start sophomore year. Let's start freshman year, before I went. There was these kids, I don't really care, Daniel Pallison and Alec Maseo. I love Alec and Dan. They were telling me people get raped at Lycoming, get, fingers up your butt. It's not true. That doesn't happen. But at first, I kind of believed them. I don't know why. I was kind of stupid. I still am. But, what are you going to do? Also, freshman year, this is going to be used later on. There was this kid, Billy, who they said looked like my dad, or I looked like his son. So, that's something. So, that's used later on. But then they told me all this stuff, and I was scared to go. But then, I'm going. I paid. I'm ready to go. And I found out my roommate. My roommate's Billy. Coincidence? I think not. And as we're in the weight room, Coach Bray, one of my favorite coaches, looks at me and Billy, goes, "Oh, you guys kind of look alike." I feel like he knew that already. And that's kind of the issue of that. So then we go. Me, Billy, rooming together. He's actually, being nice. He's, telling me what to do. He's a nice guy. I actually like Billy. And so we go to, the early meetings and all that. We do the first practice. But then this is where it comes in. This is where I hated Billy. I don't hate Billy, but this is where I kind of did. He made me get on all fours and move for him. That's rape to me. But, that wasn't even the worst part. And then he got on top of me, rode me, and made me moo. And then, thank Jesus, Coach Davis walked out of his room. I don't think he knew where he was, but people know, why. And he looked at us. He started laughing. He goes, "Get up." He goes, "Don't let this fat man ride you." That made my day. But I still moved a couple times, but they kind of left me alone. But, yeah, then we practiced all that. It wasn't that bad except this hill. You had to run it up it. It was, real steep, so it was, And as I was running up, the third time, I tripped and I ate it going down. First of all, I took off my shoes because, I don't know, my shoes kept on slipping, so I just took them off and I was in my socks. And then we're going, and then, I'm not going to say his name, but the almighty, all-American, all-state, Division I in his eye, Penn State coach, laughs at me and he tells me, "I remember doing this, and this is easy. You shouldn't be tripping." Because I forgot he was a D1 running back, tight end. But after that, we do all the other drills. Real easy. Easy year. Learn it. I got playing time on varsity. I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a good year." Then junior year happens. I already know what to expect. I got a good roommate. Shout out to Ryan Driscoll. He hooked us up. He brought a lot of food and games. And then we're going. First practice. We're already in helmets for some reason. We're not doing the basics. No hill. This smelly, dark, almost black, but he's Indian, kid, Keyshav, wears, I think it's blue or red shorts to our first practice. Colors are red, black, and white. This man caused 50 up downs. Total of the whole 4 days there, 75 up downs because of him. But 50 right there. I don't even think we were warmed up. We just did 50. So that was ass. And I hated him at that moment. But, he's my friend. So then after that, we're like, all right. And the next day, we had the weight room. That was not fun. We go there, we're maxing for some reason. And then they send us late to go to practice. And as we're going, I was like, oh no, I don't have a good feeling about this. And then Coach Cahill, great coach, starts counting. I was like, oh, I wonder why he's counting. Gets to 22. Then coaches go, get in push-up position. I was like, oh, maybe we're doing like 22 push-ups, not 22 up-downs. Amen. These were worse than up-downs. You were like holding 90 degrees. You had to hold, then you go up once in a while. It was ass. People were screaming. My body was shaking. And it was so high. It was like, to me, it felt like 110. I know that's not possible, but nah, what are you going to do? And then I get up. I'm feeling real dizzy. I feel like I'm about to drop. And then we do these tackling drills, and I start shaking, and I start almost going out. And I tell Cahill. So he brings me over, sits me down. The trainer's there. He's saying, ask me questions. And then I just went out. In my eyes, I fell asleep, but I just went out. Then they called my head coach over. I'm surprised Coach Bray came over. I like Coach Bray. That's also another reason I like him. But he came over, and he called my grandparents and made sure everything was okay. Then I went to his doctors. That was fun. I learned a really messed up joke, but I'll share that later on in these videos. Not this video, but later on. But then it kind of ruined my lyco, and I didn't learn anything really. So, yeah. And I felt bad when everyone got punished and I couldn't do anything. So, it felt like a waste of space. But after that, junior year was ass for me. I kind of had a setback, but that's all right. Senior year, that's my year. I'm switching to center, going to D-tackle, putting 100% in. I've been working out every day. But, and then the All-American's not there no more, but another story from sophomore year, there's this kid. Goes by many names, SJ, G Santana, at gsantana.com, Tank, Rampage. He is just a legend, so I'm not saying he did it, but my AirPods all of a sudden go missing, and he was the locker right next to me. They were in my cleats, and they were just gone. So the whole week I was wearing, and I thought I was going to be alone, and the whole team helped me try to get them back. We all went in his room, because he was like saying little snarky things about it, and then he leaves early. I know a couple of people were there, and they said he went right to my locker, went under, did some like weird stuff, and then said, oh, they're right there, and started screaming. That scared the shit out of me, because he's a big dude. But then, it kind of showed, the team, liked me, and I wasn't just, some kid they bullied, so, I don't know, it was nice. Felt good. But the biggest thing I like coming, junior year. Let me do the lead-up. I talk smack to this kid, Brett McMath, every day, jokingly, because he's a really good wrestler, but I was like, oh, I can beat you, I can last longer than you, I can last at least 20 seconds. Then we started getting closer, and he goes, coming, let's do it. And I was like, say less. And then I was like, oh, let's do 10 seconds. He goes, hey, how about this? I'll give you 8. I should have known right there when he's giving me less than 10 not to do it. But then we start going. Then we're playing Camp Gym. I'm first practice back. We're doing these, ball things where you shoot. And it's my turn. And I go, this one's for you, Brett. And I land it, and I think we win. And so that was a little fuel on the fire. And I think all the coaches knew because they all watched, too. So then we go there. We're getting ready. Johnny says the rules. He's great, man. Helped me out a lot. Hope for the best for that, man. When we start going, it's 6 seconds. Brett does a little trip. I'm like, this is my time. 2 seconds left. And I go to lean on him. He takes me and flips me over and pins me in 0.7 seconds. My shoulder, I have really bad shoulders. I'm a pussy for this. Popped out. There's a photo of me and video. We'll see that later. And that was not a fun experience. It was my first L in wrestling. And I didn't take a lot this year. I'll do some wrestling stories later on. But, yeah. But then I came back in. All-American said something to me. Cost a Westfield game later on, so fuck them. But that's what happened. That's the lyco experience. And I know my football kids know that. But then also, the kids on the team, they did like that last video if they saw it. Shout out to Alec and Paulie.